Hi, I'm Dandy, and this is my grandma on my mom's side. I used to go on a lot of trips with my grandparents on my dad's side when I was little, but I've never got to go on a trip with this grandma. And my aunt and her surprised us with a trip up to the mountains with her. So I was really excited because I love her so much, and I've never got to experience anything like this with her, so it's really meant a lot to me. But first things first, we're packed into the car like sardines to head out onto the road. Speaking of fish, we stopped at a state park and they had a museum with this cool fish exhibit. But here we are at Amicalola Falls State Park. I personally was really excited for this stop because mountains, waterfall, trees, and we're in bear country, so it was very possible to see a bear during our walk. Now, my grandma has to be rolled in a wheelchair, so it was really cool that they did have a accessible trail, and it was like a short little trail straight to the waterfalls. And it was made with recycled tires, so it was like a rubber walkway kind of thing. So it was really cool because we could all get down there and see the falls. We also passed this really cool old moonshiner's truck. The guy tried to evade the police, and his truck ended up right here between the trees on the mountain. So it didn't end very well for him, but it's a cool piece of history that's still just here, you know. It was cool to see. And this was our first approach to the waterfall. It was a lot bigger, honestly, than I was expecting it to be. And this is kind of the only video that does it justice, because as you can see in this one, it just doesn't look as big as it actually is, but it was really fun, and we all got to go straight up next to it, and this little bridge went directly over the falls. And my grandma was really excited because she wanted to see a waterfall so badly on this trip, and we didn't know if there was going to be any that she was going to be able to go see because she has to have her wheelchair. So it means a lot to me and the rest of my family that we could get her here to this waterfall because she can't go on actual hikes with us. So this was just a really special spot for us, and we hung out here for a very long time. We were here for a while. I took so many videos of this waterfall just because it was just so special to me, so it was cool. Here is the other view here's the bottom. See, it goes right underneath the bridge, and then look at how pretty that is. Like, I can't believe that's just right there. After our waterfall adventure, we of course had to get lunch. Mexican's always a good choice, and then we got treats at the fudge chocolate place. And I found this really fun fortune teller in the general store downtown. You know I had to do it. Yeah. And it gave me a card to put in my journal, which I absolutely did, because I'm obsessed with this kind of thing. Downtown was really cute, and I stopped at one of my favorite stores. They have a shop there. It's like teas and spices. And I got a few teas for me and my sibling. And then it was finally time, after we left here, to head to our cabin. My aunt rented us a cabin for the few days we were up there, and it was like really cute and pretty, and it was just like a really well put together cabin. And me and Siri had the whole loft to ourselves and our own bathroom, and can't beat a bathroom view that looks like that for sure. We had the creek right on the backyard. And that was really cool because we could just go sit out by the creek. It was a little cold to get into the creek. Plus, I couldn't really find a good way down without slipping and busting my ass. So I just enjoyed the view of the creek. Also, here's Buddy. Also, we had an entire Transformers channel on the TV. So we watched Transformers on the cabin TV for most of the time that we were in the cabin. And then the next morning, I got ready. Here's my cute little fit, making myself feel better about wearing nice things. And then I made a very important discovery. This is the same stuff they do sidings and vans in. And ceilings. What? No, but like the type of wood that it is. It's like the locking kind. Uh-huh. I didn't realize till I touched it. It's the same kind that they make the ceiling and van builds with.
I'm just joking. Wood?
Thanks, man. The main objective of our day, the second day, was to go to this wildlife preserve / zoo thing. And it was really cool. I was really excited because I got to see a bear. I was so happy to see the bear. I'm going to throw up a picture of my face when I finally got to see the bears. I was absolutely over the moon. They're so cute, and I was obsessed with them, and I took so many videos of them. So I hope you enjoy the videos of the bears because I was so happy to see the bears. I love you. And Grandma got to feed horses. This specific preserve had a bunch of horses all over the property also that you could just feed whenever you passed them. And they had these little tube things in some of the enclosures where if you put food down them, then the animals that were in those pens could come and eat the food that you give them as well. You just couldn't hand feed them. This was a pretty cute place. I enjoyed it for the most part. I do have a couple gripes about it that I'll mention in a minute, but here's this horse that became friends with Siri, and she followed us whenever we would pass her. She followed us specifically, even if there were other people around, and we just kind of got a laugh out of that because it was just funny. But yeah, I'm not going to give you the name of this specific place just because I don't recommend it. There's a few videos I took that are not very good specifically because of the enclosures that the animals are in. You do get to see cool animals, of course, like wolves, bears. This enclosure had a grizzly bear along with another black bear. They had tigers and stuff. But I can't with full confidence say that they're all very well taken care for, as much as I would love to think that. There was a kangaroo in like a tiny room, and I have mixed feelings about it. I didn't, at least they're saved from the predicament they were in before, but I just think that this place could do a little bit of a better job of taking care of their animals. But they were cool. Here's a tiger. That's Siri's favorite animal. And she was gorgeous. That was a pretty tiger. And here's more horses. And then after that, we went and had lunch downtown again at this place called Shenanigans. It's an Irish pub. And I had these tots, potato things, and I will be thinking about them for the rest of my life. This was such a cool place, and I would go back to Dahlonega specifically just to go back to this restaurant and eat there again. And then when we went into an antique shop and went around some of the shops downtown again, and that was a lot of fun. And then it was back to the cabin. We just had a chill evening that evening and made some pizzas and watched a movie together. But yeah. And then the next morning, we got up. This is videos actually from the next morning. I didn't record a lot that second day. We went to a gem mining place. Technically, it's a gold mining place, but all of us agreed that the gems were a little more exciting than the gold. And they had a really cool, like, outdoor museum kind of thing. Me when I'm playing Minecraft? They had a lot of the, like, old machinery and stuff, and it was just really cool. I never even realized, I guess, how much went into mining. Like, it's a lot, and it was just cool to see all of that. And then we went down and we started our gem mining thing. So basically they give you a big bucket of sand with a bunch of gems in it, and then you get to shovel it all out and put it in these little sifting things, and you put it into the water that's running in front of you, and then your gems come out like this. And it was a lot of fun. My grandma did it last time she was in Dahlonega with my aunt, and she loved it so much that she just insisted that we do it because we had to do it. And she bought us each our own like giant bucket to get stones out of. So yeah, we had a lot of fun doing this. It was cool. Grandma just watched us the whole time and was just getting a kick out of it. It was awesome. Oops. I just threw it.
I was wondering.
I just got sand all on your shoe.
I'm have to dust my socks out.
We're gonna have to dust our socks out.
I got another good one.
My court. Excited. I
Oh,
had so
pretty.
much fun.
This is so
What I
fun.
was finding.
Our last last stop was the butterfly farm, and I was a little nervous about who Jimmy was and what he would do, but turns out Jimmy is just the golden retriever that hangs out at the butterfly farm. So I enjoyed getting to see Jimmy. And then we went into this little greenhouse, and there was a bunch of butterflies everywhere, and that was really cool because we got to see them. My aunt's favorite animal ever is butterflies. She loves butterflies so much, so I was glad she got to go do this, and me and Siri had a lot of fun, and Grandma seemed to enjoy it too. It was just a cool little spot for sure. It was really cool too because I got to see this one that had just hatched out of its cocoon, and the wings weren't quite unfurled yet, and so I got to see that cool in-between stage. Siri really liked it. It was really cool, and this was the last stop on our trip. It was overall a really, really fun trip, and I'm really glad we got to go on it, and I will cherish it for the rest of my life, for sure. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you so much. Take care of yourself. Bye.